Our Bishop, His Lordship, Bamutimba, Bachona Bukete, Wajana Ulilete, Walafa, Basimuri Achompa, Utagabori Gabili, Mwani, in absentia, Ba Secretary Babo, Ba Father Proud Munga, Ba Paizibesu, Ba Nicholas Nkamba, Ababa Kwasia, Ba Ababa Kwasia, Ibali Mbao Bagapekwa Mubulino, Wakuba Paizibengereza Saint Patrick Pio, Ba Father Praise Munga. Ba party bali wala tigeso awa bali bawo senior citizens besu bamba gatimbira lwimbo chikambyo chipati la balumbalobo la recognize presence yabo anyobo monse ni muli wano benzu besu ma distinguished guests and all fellow Christians, please receive my greetings. I am humbled to share this small presentation depicting the child brain and the concept behind the establishment of this outside pavilion. There is a common adage which is often used by many environmentalists that goes, do not just grow old, grow trees. May I translate this one into don't just exist, but leave a legacy. It is a pleasure to note that this project is a testament of commitment and visionary disposition of the All Souls faithfuls in the quest to respond to the modern times that encourage self-reliant and self-supporting church. There was also the recognizable need for a ready venue for hosting pastoral activities, such as singing competitions, for example, the Bishop's Trophy and the St. Cecilia competitions, which are now annual events, although they are held under floating venues. The other driving factors were the need for a venue that provided convenient space for weddings, priestly ordinations, and religious professions. The whole idea was to create an all-weather pavilion which could be hired out to prospective clients, thereby accruing income to support the church. Our center's existing Kusimpe Pastoral Center also poses fertile options and opportunities for growth to dedicate the church's expansion drive in the deanery and the diocese as a whole, just in line with our bishop's developmental eye. The executive committee by then played a pivotal role in engaging, inspiring, and convincing the congregates to embrace the project, which by that time was viewed as gigantic for the church to contain or to embark on to completion. With the chairman's belief that all things are possible through Christ who strengthens us, we can get inspired by this from the St. Paul's letter to the Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. There was overwhelming response by the parishioners who got inspired to fully cooperate. As alluded, the fruition of this project was not achieved by a handful of people, but was a result of coordinated efforts of the entire church. The priests, the religious sisters, the chairperson deputized by Mkande Charles and Bruma Moses by then, the secretaries, Miss Memory Dube and Mr. Tulama Richard, the treasurers, Miss Kero Mombe and Mr. Richard Mlea, the then small Christian community coordinators, Miss Josephine Nkuli, Miss Beauty Mwinde, Mrs. Yemura Mkoi, Mrs. Betty Ngwenya, and Mrs. Stabile Mlea. Families and progressive individuals as well, to include the likes of Mr. Richard Sigazenge. Let's remember that before this, there were 6 Christian communities, which exclude St. Martin de Porres, the newly created one, and St. Paul. It is indeed a pleasure and very gratifying that my successors saw it fit and worthwhile to carry out the project to such a magnificent level, thanks to the support of our bishop, priests, and particularly our friends from America, the likes of David and Michael there. Indeed, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. May I bring it to your attention that this was not the only project which we had dreamt of in the work of self-reliance and the evangelization mission entrusted upon the baptized and the saints, the pilgrims of hope. A schedule of projects was planned through the involvement of everyone in the church, among which we had achieved some and we are yet to tackle some. From the parishioners' wallets, they emanated choir conga drums, some which we were using in church, and the public address system. Among other projects planned but yet to be achieved were the construction of the altar and the cross at the seminary, at the cemetery, to answer our spiritual responsibilities as all souls. The purpose of a projector, the purchase of a projector and ICT equipment to facilitate beaming songs and psalms for liturgical use. The purpose of the purchase of a minibus to respond to pilgrimage journeys that are unavoidably needed for the spiritual growth and enrichment. The other items crafted in the development of the church in line with self-reliance was the construction of booking rooms and a Catholic school in the town of Binga. We have enough space for the creation of some booking rooms. Out there we have quite some big space, so if we pursue this dream, we may realize it as well. We also dream about resuscitating our forums to contribute to financial income to boost our needs as a church. It however goes without saying that our pavilion is still work in progress. The quest to make it competitive and attractive, an attractive first choice venue for excellence is still lingering on. Ablution facilities adjacent to it are required. We need a mounted public address system which can be powered by a solar system. We need to pave around the area, like you can see, to ensure that the dignitaries are never soiled. We need to construct more sheds to accommodate probably now a large number of audiences. The whole idea is to create a state-of-the-art venue which people will be which people will have appetite and burning desire to use. We also need some permanent seats to man our area. And now, the narration. I've been giving out the outline, the idea for the inception. Now, here is the narrative. Upon the pronouncement that the following year's diocesan singing competitions will be held here at All Souls by Bishop Emeritus Jose Albert Serrano Anton. In 2018, we committed ourselves to mobilize resources to construct a stage that could hold a sizable number of choristers. We proposed that each household contribute a bag of cement each, or $13 worth of that cement. The other cash was used to buy bricks from Wange, to purchase fuel and pay builders or hired labor. By then, our church had about 107 families, but it has long surpassed that number to date under the spiritual guidance of very Reverend Father Joshua Del Valle Maria Jesus, in absentia, of course, and Associate Priest Father Kolwane, all in absence. To augment the initial contribution, we agreed to contribute $1 or RTGS 15,000 by then, monthly, towards the full construction of the structure. Of course, this collection is still going on to date for projects and church support. At a later date, we agreed to contribute $70 per family, which was split into two phases. $35 the first half of 2021, and then the last $35 again for the last half of the year. So given the economic hardships people faced then, the hyperinflationary environment and the outbreak of COVID-19, progress was severely hampered. Less than 20 families contributed in the first half, and just 7 contributed in the second half. Despite the setbacks, it is interesting and worth to applaud to notice well orchestrated efforts which we celebrate today. Sup Kapuza and his brother produced us the plan free of charge. Sikazenge, Bruma, and Munkombwe offered their vehicles to transport slates, the stones here we can see, from Siachilava to surface our pavilion. Many hands make light work. Additionally, God's favor was upon us because the Caritas truck was available to do major material transportation, and I happened by that time to be the driver. So we were like having that asset, we utilized it to the best advantage. My dear brethren, it is an understatement to reiterate that your sweat did not go in vain. We have already experienced the sweetness of this structure upon priestly ordinations, holy matrimonies, I'm sorry about the interference. So I was saying, your sweat did not go to vain. We have already experienced the sweetness of this structure upon priestly ordinations, holy matrimonies, and the singing competitions. Your resources, your time and the energy are not misplaced, as this asset is surely going to relieve our financial burdens in future. Now we have a roof above our heads. We are grateful to our current chairperson, Mr. Sems Banda, and the entire Parish Pastoral Council. It is injustice not to thank the families who participated and who are yet to participate, the successive executive committees to whom I laid the baton, luminary individuals, the bishop for permitting the construction of this milestone structure through the very Reverend Father Joshua Del Barrio, SMI, the Cambridge parish priest, Very Reverend Father Nicholas Kamba, and all associate priests, the religious and the enormous external support we got from our American friends and fellow Christians. To them, I say, love until it hurts. Quoting Mother Teresa, love is a one-way street. It always moves away from self in the direction of the other. Love is the ultimate gift of ourselves to others. When we stop giving, we stop loving. Indeed, prayer is action in love, while love is action in service, and you have satisfactory statements. May your prayers rise to God like incense. I thank you.